Hello. This story is for August 17th. The title is, Come Back to God. Wilinton's life was a cycle of despair, fueled by the alcohol he first tasted at 14. Growing up in Bogotá, Colombia, he was drawn into drinking by the influence of friends, marking the start of a 24-year addiction that would shape his life in devastating ways. By 17, he had left his parents' home and started living with his girlfriend, eventually becoming a father to 2 sons. Yet, despite the responsibilities of family life, his addiction deepened. He found solace in alcohol, which consumed his days and left him unable to maintain steady work. His life was marred by financial instability and a growing distance from his loved ones. It wasn't until a friend of his father's, Jaime, stepped into his life that things began to shift. Jaime, a committed Adventist, saw the potential for redemption in Wilinton, despite his drunken state. He visited regularly, gently reminding Wilinton of God's love and urging him to return to his faith. Although Wilinton appreciated Jaime's concern, he wasn't ready to change. He defended the Seventh-day Sabbath to his family but remained uninterested in practicing the faith himself. The turning point came unexpectedly. One evening, Jaime arrived with a pastor and several church members. They found Wilinton in his usual state, but something was different that night. As the pastor spoke, Wilinton felt as though the sermon was directed at him personally. It was as if the Holy Spirit was speaking directly to his heart, stirring emotions he hadn't felt in years. Even so, the pull of alcohol was strong, and after the meeting, he returned to the bar. But the seed had been planted. For the next 3 weeks, Wilinton continued to drink, but with a growing sense of inner conflict. He couldn't shake the feeling that something had changed. Each drink was accompanied by a nagging voice inside him, suggesting that he could quit if he truly wanted to. By the 4th week, this internal struggle reached its peak. He realized he was at a crossroads: continue down the path of destruction or choose a new direction. On a Saturday night, Wilinton made his decision. He prayed earnestly, asking God for the strength to quit drinking. The next day, he didn't touch a drop of alcohol, experiencing his first sober day in decades. It was a small victory, but one that filled him with hope. He began to pray daily, asking for God's help one day at a time. To his astonishment, he found himself resisting the urge to drink, and his confidence in God's power grew stronger. When Jaime heard about Wilinton's decision, he was overjoyed. The man who had once been lost in addiction was now finding his way back to God. Wilinton's journey of recovery wasn't easy, but it was marked by the steady support of his friend and the newfound strength he discovered in his faith. This story, set against the backdrop of Colombia's struggles with alcohol and drug abuse, also underscores the importance of mission work in the country. With the support of the 13th Sabbath offering, new centers of influence are being established to help children in cities like Buenaventura and Puerto Tejada, offering them a chance to avoid the path that Wilinton once walked. His story is a reminder of the impact that compassion, faith, and persistence can have in transforming lives.